Welcome to another episode of Afrikanzchat. My name is Anwar. I know we took a break and we are back again. This time around, we're going to be consistent with our content. And if you're new to the page, click the subscribe button, press the bell icon, and get notified each time that we come on live or post the content. I have a special guest here with me today. It's a brother of mine, Illir, right?
Yeah, Illir.
Illir. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Welcome to Afrikanzchat.
Glad to be here.
And thank you. I appreciate you accepting the invitation. So can you briefly give me a background about yourself?
Where I'm from.
Yeah.
My name's Illir Berisha. I am ethnically European from Albania, from Kosovo, Albanian descent.
Okay.
I am 32 years old. I'm married with a wife and a son.
Nice.
Alhamdulillah, I'm Muslim, Sunni, practicing, doing the best I can to follow the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad.
Yeah.
And this is I don't know what to tell you.
So aside from being a family man, what do you do on the side too?
Yeah, I do, side jobs, whatever, like majority delivery foods and stuff like this.
But I do also know that you do you're a wrestler.
Yeah, I do
So,
martial arts.
I want you to give a little bit background on that.
Yeah, I've been doing I'm 32 years old, so I've been doing freestyle wrestling, it's called. Folk style, it's American style, and it's as well as Greco-Roman styles. These are three different versions in wrestling itself, right?
Yeah.
And I have 14 years experience on wrestling since time of Kosovo and the United States as well. I know I've been tournaments left and right and left, whatever you imagine, right? All bruises, teeth, and bloody noses, twisted hands, back, not a problem.
Wow. So let's just say basically a professional fighter.
Yes, basically. That's.
I need to come for lessons though.
If you see majority of wrestlers, we have like some ears, cauliflower ears, it's called. But alhamdulillah, for me, I don't get it because I used to wear majority of the headgears throughout my careers, right? Because messed up ears is like a trophy for us, right? That shows the aggression of the person, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of us have like trimmed hair or no hair at all. It's just because it's been through our tradition as fighters. It's just like if you ever see a guy like small hair like this, right, or even cauliflower ears, it's a sign that something it does some kind of fighting. Something kind of fighting. It doesn't always have to be wrestling. It could be UFC as well. It could be because MMA stands for martial arts. So that's any kind of physical contact. It doesn't really matter what kind, because that's just the way of the sport is, So I prefer wrestling, and the best one is freestyle wrestling.
Freestyle wrestling.
That's what it's called, freestyle wrestling. That means I could grab you anywhere and everywhere and throw you any kind of position. But in Greco-Roman, you cannot. It's like boxing, it's only upper body without legs. You use your legs, but it's so minimized, very, very minimized. And like American style, it's called folk style. It's like freestyle, but there's a certain, with points, that's about it. You have to be careful on certain throws, because it's illegal moves. But freestyle, there's whatever. As long as you don't hit the private parts or hit the throat. It's not Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu here. You twist hands, you back, tap. We don't tap. We just throw you in the back. If I could hold you for 3 seconds, if 3 seconds is possible. I mean, that's it. That's the beautiful of the sport.
So do you have like videos of the things like the work that you do?
Yeah, I have YouTube channel as well.
Okay, so can you put it out there?
Yeah, definitely.
And again, we're gonna put it in the description when we post this video.
Right.
So, but you could tell them your social handles.
My YouTube is Illir, ILIR space freestyle wrestling.
Okay.
He's gonna look like me with some kind of medallions here with a different version of glasses.
Nice.
If you look this face, then that's me.
I'm sure they can miss.
Yeah,
that face.
I'm just saying. I look the same thing. That's without the medallions.
Without the medallion. Nice. So I just want to know. You say you're from Albania,
Kosovo.
right? Kosovo.
Yeah.
So I'm African.
Sure.
So I just want to start off this podcast with a little bit of culture. So is there a little bit similarities between you coming from Kosovo, maybe let me just put it in a nutshell, Albania, right?
Yeah, the Albania.
Yeah, okay. Then African culture, when in terms of family values, is it the same?
It depends what you're talking about.
So I'm asking based on first of all, like, courting, like, to court somebody, then afterwards, being, getting married and raising family, the family values, actually, the ones that we know, the traditional values, and, some people will say the Western values. So I just want to know your traditional values. Is it something similar to African values? Because I could give you a little bit about African values after you tell me how your values.
When we get married, without doubt, the person of the house is the man of the house, basically, And the woman has to be submissive and listen to the man, Yes, without that, we're all Muslims, alhamdulillah. We have values, but we have different traditions. Just because I'm Muslim and you're Muslim, it doesn't mean our traditions are the same, I could go to Africa and I could say, wow, you guys are Muslim too. Why you act like this? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's different. I don't know, because this is you guys' way. This is not ours, And it depends on It depends on everything. It really does.
So basically, your culture, to a certain extent, the man is the head of the house.
Basically.
So meaning
if I live with my parents, with my father, that means my father is basically the house. If I work, I have to give my father payments, not because it's not because it's rent payment. It's traditional, because he is the leader. There's not 3 or 4. There's one.
I'm trying to understand. So based on the Albanian culture, right? You're saying like, let's just say let's just say I'm your father, right?
Sure.
Yeah, hypothetically. So if you're working, like you got to the age where you could work and all of that, and you're still living in my house, you still have to give me something?
Yes.
In Albania?
In Kosovo.
In Kosovo.
Yes.
So a little bit background. I'm trying to understand.
Because it's as respect.
Respect, okay.
It's respect. Not because he maybe needs it or doesn't. It's just to make him feel that, he is the charge. Even though he could be old age. I'm 32. I'm extremely energetic, right? I don't live with my father and mother, But if I did live with my mother and father, that's what would happen. It doesn't mean that he's the man, hey, where's my cash? It doesn't go like that. But it's logically programmed that he is the, the headhold, the house, right?
Yeah.
So I am the one under the feet, if you want to put it that way, of the person I live with,
Okay.
Doesn't mean that he's my dictator and then I'm his servant, slave. No, not at all. He's my dad,
Okay.
Yeah, but
so does the same thing, does it happen in the West? Like the same values that we are talking about, does it equally happen in the West?
I don't think so. Here's unfortunately liberalism has taken over, and things are getting out of control, And the man is now no more considered as almost as the man as the authority of the house, because now there's a different place. A woman has come, right? Okay, she get married, or even they're not married at all. Suddenly, that she takes over, and then she sometimes, unfortunately, ruins the society, because the man is the authority of the house. If the man's not there, the woman cannot lead properly. Simple as that. Logic said, when I do wrestling, I don't wrestle women. I don't wrestle with women. Why? 'Cause I don't like women? No, I love women. No problem. Right? Yeah. It just seems really unnormal. A man with, very high talent fighting, even a woman could be high talent fighting, but we're not the same. Anyone who says that is has been misled by desires and fascination in his head. This doesn't make any sense. You cannot say night and day is the same. You gotta be mentally ill. You gotta go to hospital. Yeah. Something's wrong with that. Yeah, even people who are examining Kosovo, Eastern Europeans, they're Orthodox Christianity, right? Even the man of the house is still the man of the house, regardless. Regardless. You might say, well, that's too much toxic. No, it's not. This is reality. This is normal. One person can drive that car. Cannot be two. Well, how about the people who are learning? That's something else. You gotta be insane, crazy. If I see somebody, if I drive and somebody else grabs my wheel, guess what happens? I crash, smash. And then you say, oh my God, what happened? No, why did you touch the wheel? It should not be touched. That's not your place. You know what I mean? When people say, oh, go to the kitchen, you women, you belong there. But I mean, if the woman is not in the house and the man is cooking and cleaning and she works, you train in, what did I say?
Like reversing roles?
Yeah, you're reversing roles.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. You're a man. You have a bigger beard than me. I have a smaller beard. You're both men, right? If you when you get married, inshallah, and you have a wife, Your wife doesn't stand up in the streets and fight beside you. You're supposed to do that. That doesn't make sense. You know, if my wife, alhamdulillah, Muslim, practicing Muslim hijab, if she walks and says some goofy guy grabs her hijab and pulls her down, I'm the first one, to climb the tree, run away. No, I'd be the first one to stand the ground. This is called a man. You stand there. You be quiet. I get shot. Oh, so what? Then you get shot. You're going to die anyway. At least die with protecting your family, your property. Yeah. What are you, insane? Are you lunatic? Even the Orthodox Christians, example Serbia, or what is it called? Croatia, Slovenia, Slovakia. It used to be called Yugoslavia. You know, there'll be Roman Catholics, Muslims, and and Orthodox. We have the same when it comes to certain things. Family values. We have the same. The man is the household. That's about it. There's nothing else you can tell me. That doesn't make any sense.
So basically, you're saying you believe in, like, gender roles.
Yes, that's definitely.
And that does not mean that it's condescending to any woman, but you just believe that a man knows his role and he has to play his part as a man, and a woman equally supposed to play, because in the West there's a different. The reason why I wanted to talk a little bit about the cultures. So in Africa, basically, growing up throughout history, I'm specifically, I'm just talking about Africa. I think it applies to other, nations, but like, men are the leaders, men are the providers and all of that. So it applies also to that side of the world where you're from, right?
Even East Europe. Only this word, like man is the man and woman is the woman, is only East Europe. It's the Muslim side and the Orthodox Christianity. The Western ones, Roman Catholics, it doesn't really work so well because it's too much liberalism.
Yeah, liberalism.
That's about it. And I mean, if you go to Orthodox side and the Muslim side, you find a man is a man and a woman is a woman. That's it. There's no 10 roles. There's no 10 genders. Doesn't make sense. If I go in the bathroom here, I have to see which one is mine. Is it the woman one? Is it the man side? Is it 3 one? Is it 6 one? What the hell are you talking about? It's 2 roles. That's it.
Okay. Then in that case, we share the same, sentiments when it comes to, like, traditional values. Right now, would you, just a question again. So let's just say you have an agreement with your wife.
Right. Agreement?
Agreement or an understanding. Okay. Now let's just say she makes more money than you, right? Will you be okay staying at home, raising, irrespective of what you're doing, right? You don't need to even put your whatever that you're doing out there. But I'm just saying, let's just say she makes more money than you. She's probably bringing in like maybe $200,000, and maybe you're making like 80 or maybe 70, right? And one has to stay at home. Will you be okay taking the role, not necessarily you being the woman, but like you being like a stay-at-home husband, right. And raise the kids, and she brings in the money? Are you okay with that?
No, I'm not.
Why?
No, I can't, because the household, needs a proper person to run it. I'm a guy. I'm not made for that. I'm made for the field. I'm made for the streets to work. I mean, I have a child. The boy needs his mom. It's a different mentality. Once you're dad, it's a way different mentality. If I live with my parents and my mom works and my dad stayed home, I don't feel good like that. It doesn't feel right. Something wrong. Something wrong mentally.
Oh, so you're saying like is you can't be in that role?
No, I can't. No.
So you prefer bringing in the money? Okay, let's just say, right, same question, right? But you live in in Illinois, and she got a better offer. And I'm asking this question because, countless of times it has happened where people have to like sit down. No, definitely you're a rational person, so you're going to sit down and, have a conversation with your wife. But let's just say she's a nurse or maybe a doctor, and she got a better offer in a different state. Let's say Texas.
Sure.
Right? And now you have to move. So will you be, like, the reason I'm asking, I understand, the manly values that you have, but will you consider, right, to make that move? Because, and definitely when you move, you can't be working. It's going to take you a minute to find a job. So she is okay sustaining the family because she's going to be bringing in more money. So I just want to understand your mindset. And also you could probably link it a little bit to the religion if it makes sense. But I just want to understand your opinion. Like,
I probably will.
Okay.
Probably will. It depends where. And not just, sure, a lot of states, that's fine. But it depends where. It depends how the society around is. What could benefit us as a family,
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about the money. Money is great, no problem. But where is it located? That's the problem,
So the location matters
That
to you.
location matters a lot.
Okay.
If I go to farmland, which I used to live in farmland, there's nothing there besides freaking like farms, farms, and that's it. There's nothing there. You have to move a place to find much, use, much much decency, right?
Yeah.
If I always stay around the city and blah blah blah, and since I train a lot of people wrestling, if I don't open my mouth to people say I do wrestling and take their phone numbers, I'm gonna lose because I don't have people. But if I live in a farmland, there's no one there besides the goats and the sheep.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do? Fight the goat? I don't like you. You look too risky.
Moving forward, right? You're a Muslim, right?
Yes, definitely.
So I just want to understand your mindset again about this. What do you think about wedding rings, wedding bands?
I don't know.
First of all,
I used
from
to
your
have
culture and also the religion.
I used to have a wedding ring.
Yeah.
But one of I have a from family side. He's a mushayikh, alhamdulillah. He's from Azar, Albanian like me, started in Egypt. And I was first week I had a silver ring, right? Silver ring for marriage, right? And he said, "Why'd you put that on?" I said, "Cause I'm married. I'm so happy, right?" I said, "Great." It's like it is, and then he said, "It's not through our religion regarding when people get married, a man to hold the ring." I said, "Why?" He said, "Have you seen any Albanian when they get married to give rings?" I said, "No." I said, "What do you think I should do? It's a silver one. It's not gold. It's silver." He said, "Throw it away." And guess what I did? I went to the toilet, I flushed it down. And my wife said, "Why'd you throw it?" I said, "It's not Albanian."
So is he saying that you could wear the ring, but it has to be silver, no gold?
Yeah, definitely.
But
You can ring it right now. You can wear a ring. It's not a problem.
no, I get it. But I'm in the context of
But
being
context
married.
of marriage for
Yeah.
a man is, according to what I know, it's not.
not.
It's not. Nothing to do with that. You show me any proof, and I'll do it. Not a problem.
So let's say if you marry a woman, let's just say if you marry, Muslims are allowed to marry, outside their faith, right? So let's just say if you marry a Christian, a believer,
Sure.
Christian, Jewish, whatever, and she believes in putting on that wedding band, will you compromise?
No.
Why?
No, because we will have to have agreement before we do this. We will talk about it, and that's simple as that. If you want to, if I want to wear a ring later on, that's because because she bought it for me. Sure. Even my wife, when she came from Kosovo from the summer, she bought a ring for me. It looks very nice. Am I wearing it? No. Why? Because it's still big. Does it look cool looking to do that? Sure. Not a problem. It's not a problem. But for that only reason, when you get married, I don't wear it.
So the concept behind wearing it when you get married, that's what you don't like.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only reason why. But if I go buy another one just because I like it, that's totally fine. It's not a problem as long as it's not gold.
It's not gold.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Like as a Muslim, right? Having the mindset, because I know people do argue and they talk a lot about is the modern world, things have changed, and
What is it?
like it's the modern world, right?
Modern world,
Yeah,
oh,
modern
sure.
world. So we are living in the 21st century, so things has changed. So there are a lot of things that are normal, like normalized. It's nothing. It's just So that's why I had to like give that scenario about marrying somebody outside your faith. So what do you think about that?
And that's according to Islam and religion. It's okay, not a problem. There's nothing you can say. You know what I mean? If you want to marry a Christian woman, it's no problem. If you marry a Jewish woman, no problem, right? As long as you have to understand what you one with each other, what's going on. You know what I mean? But this is how it is. Before I got married, I really wanted to marry here. I wanted to marry African American women. I like African American women. I think they're beautiful, strong mentally, physically. Yeah. I wanted to marry Arab women or Pakistani. But since I'm the only son of my family, they want me to go back to Kosovo so I could, ethnic ties. That was not a problem either. No problem.
That's why you married back home, right?
Yes, that's why I went to Kosovo. Because our population is so small. It's 1.7 million.
Oh, yeah.
This is considered only Albanians, not the Bosniaks, Turkish, or even the Serbians. The Albanian flag, if you don't want to show it, this is from Kosovo, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is the stars represent the people, the ethnics that live there.
Okay.
Right? But majority is Albanians, but they only put it there because it's represents Europe. You know what I mean? To show that the European color side. You know what I mean? That's the reason why. And in reality, that's not the legit Albanian flag. The Albanian flag is the eagle when I do this in my videos on YouTube, right? A two-headed eagle. that's what I'm going to clear it. Plutorowa sheep when you shipped out. Plutorowa sheep means fly eagle when you shipped out in the land of the Albanians. The two-headed eagles represents the Albanian ways.
Okay.
It goes all the way to, if you know history, alhamdulillah, further than the Byzantine Empire. The Byzantines used to have a two-headed eagle, represent the East and the West to unite.
Okay.
That's why even Serbia, Russia, Montenegro, even in parts, I don't know about Greece, but they all have this certain an eagle symbol, because it represents the Byzantines, the Eastern Rome that time. And after that became Byzantine, according, later used to be pagan religion, then it became Orthodox Christianity. Later, and after that, the Ottomans took it to become Muslim.
Oh, yeah. You're giving me history.
Right. Even the Ottomans had that two-headed eagle. The Seljuks, followed by Osmans. Then after that, they changed a different version.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
So it's like they have like a belief when it comes to that eagle. Like there's a certain attachment.
It represents the Byzantines, the Eastern Rome.
Okay.
Represents the power which they contained.
Okay.
That's about it. Most fortress I know. And it goes, if you want to go even further in history, what it represents, it goes different. I don't know. It literally goes deep. So I don't want to go that far.
I think in the past I've had conversations similar to this, and I still want your I want your opinion on when it comes to the past. Like, does the past matter to you in terms of, let's just say, if you want to be with somebody, does the past matter to you?
What does that mean?
The person's past. Like the past in general, like the life that the person has lived before meeting you, does it matter to you?
As long as they made Tawbah, returned, back to Allah Azza wa Jal, have repented, basically. That's Tawbah means repent, right? Come back to God, right?
Okay.
And it keeps her mouth shut, doesn't tell nobody, even hypothetically. I'm not saying, alhamdulillah, I got married as a virgin. This is reality. My wife was a virgin,
So you also got married as a virgin?
Yes, I did, 24 years old. I never had any girlfriend, never had sex or relationship. No, I didn't even know how.
So you got married. You got married as a virgin at the age of 26.
24. 23 to 24.
24. Okay. And
that's
how
the average Albanian guy would get married. My wife was 20 and 21 almost.
Okay. So how was the temptation though for you to be able to sustain this, this long? Mind you, you don't have to certain things.
I'm raised in a really traditional Albanian household. So I'm raised in majority in suburbs. It's Republican town. I never seen any other woman.
Okay.
It's only Albanians and that's about it. And then the rest Americans.
Mm-hmm.
I never seen any lady walk in the streets. It's isolated. Not because my family want me to be isolated, but this is what we found comfort.
Yeah.
A Republican, not Republican or republics, but in that town. But majority is Republican dominated, right? Yeah. I never seen any opposite sex walking in the streets like the city. I never seen that. Alhamdulillah, Allah protected me for these kinds of acts. Temptations, we're all men, regardless. Even if you're stuck, if you're a religious priest, whether it be Muslim, sheikh, or preacher, if you're even stuck in a mosque or a church, if a good woman comes past you, alhamdulillah, without doubt, we'll do our best to lower gaze. But still, the inside burns if you see it oftenly, right? It's logic sense. If anyone has logic sense, you can see in the streets, even if you're married, that hormones builds up. It's reality spoken.
Yeah.
How did I overcome it? I never had that much temptation toward that because I never thought about that because I never seen that. So, alhamdulillah, Allah saved me for these kind of acts.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Did I have temptations? Yeah, that's why we get married. That's the only way to overcome temptations, That's if you want to move forward. Otherwise, you're going to fall in the water.
Interesting. So in that case, since we're talking about marriage, just, I just want to know what is your opinion when it comes to polygamy?
Polygamy, alhamdulillah, I would love to have more than one wife. That's for a fact. Okay. If I have money and if Allah Azza wa Jal wills it, inshallah, I would love to have. And if I have a second wife, it has to be African or Black American. I feel I think they're beautiful. That's it. They're the most attractive, as me personally, right? A lot of Albanians, when they move to Western Europe, and I know personally family members, he got married to a black lady because we don't see, because I'm raised in, like I said, Kosovo and America, in Republican towns. I never seen any other colors besides Caucasians like us or white Americans. It's the same color, we're white.
Yeah,
It's a different form of it. If you want to be more, if you look at me right now, what do I look? Let's just be real.
Yep.
I'm here in a certain area, majority African Americans. I'm the only white guy walking here. What do you expect people gonna see?
Yeah.
Let's just be logic sense. Why the black lady or African American? I feel they're beautiful women. That's it. I like their energy, their stability, their strength attracts me. That because I do wrestling, I already am aggressive in that way. I train a lot of UFC fighters, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Judo. A lot of guys head to head. Like teeth messed up. Tattoo face. I still go head to head. I don't know. I'm not saying African Americans or ladies are harsh in this. Not at all. Because when people are raised in certain areas, when people have been oppressed many times, they don't know how to act beside the harshness. But when they see another guy who's humble, nice, and calm, person will change according to that person's ability. A household is run according to the mentality of the person. It's logic sense. Polygamy saves a lot of people. Why? Because if one wife is not enough, then Allah allows you. Allah started. He didn't start for one. He said start 2, 3, 4. If you're not capable, start with one. But also that time was slavery. Go to your slave women as well. Allahu Akbar. Imagine that. Slavery for us, it's not a dog ripped apart and spit on the ground. Slavery, according to Islam, is you treat it properly and respectfully. You wear what he wears. You eat what he eats. That's not slavery. No, that is slavery, according to Islam. Not to the Western empires. Western empires messed up Africa. They went in a country and treated like dogs. And you brought here and thrown in water because you can't even eat. And then after that, your names, the last names will be changed to Jake, to Mike, to Mo. You didn't even know who you were. And that's logically spoken. Sorry, I meant to say polygamy, but I went a little bit too far.
No.
It's reality sad.
Yeah.
When they say here in America, Black Lives Matter, sweetheart, your life mattered when you came from your mother's wounds. What the hell kind of nonsense is this? My life matters since when? I have to go break windows and cause chaos? My lives matter? No, you fear, you're scared of me because of my power, what I'm contained of. You're not, my life doesn't matter damn shit. Sorry to say it like that. No, even Albanians, we used to be in Yugoslavia, our lives matter squat. Somebody had to rise up and cause some issues to the government to wake up. And Yugoslavia used to be 7 republics. Among them, it would be Kosovo. Yeah. And then Kosovo was the only one Albanian, basically. The other one speaks Serbian. Even though, we don't want to say it, but the rest, it's the same language. I don't want to say the other countries, they're going to get pissed off. The only ones are Albanians from Kosovo. Our life to the Serbs meant absolutely nothing. Somebody had to rise up to mean something. So when you rise up to what you believe in and who you are, people are going to say, oh, he's extreme, or she's violent, oh, I don't like this, oh, shh, quiet. Their lives matter. Why? Because they're breaking windows. But their lives never mattered before. This is a contradiction.
Yeah, the hypocrisy.
Sorry about the history back and forward. I told you. I like history a lot. Polygamy, it works, alhamdulillah, it works. Polygamy, you have to be able to provide for the first, second, third, and fourth wife. It's not just a girlfriend in the streets. It doesn't make any sense. That's why a lot of people in the Western world, they get girlfriends this, and they have baby mamas, children, and sometimes they don't know who their father is. And sometimes they know who their father is, but their father is never in their lives. How's that going to make any sense? The guy's married to one wife, and he cheats on his wife with 3 or 4 other wives. Once you got married, shh, quiet. She's going to hear you. But you're the man of the house, are you? Yeah, you have the testicles, you have the beard looking. Oh, okay. Well, who's controlling you and her? Then you're not the wearing the pants. She's wearing the pants. Now shut your mouth. Oh, shh, quiet. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. That's why I said the person has to, there's only one person who drives the car. It has to be the one who's in control. And control doesn't mean you're a dictator. You rip people apart, you smash their heads and make them bleed. That's not a dictator, that's an oppressor. What the hell are you talking about? It's nonsense. You have to get mentally or physically help. If somebody doesn't need help, that means he needs one thing. He needs 2 to 3 wives.
Do you think a lot of our sisters will accept, polygamy easily like that?
Of course. Why not? Their men are very freaking cheating on them. So what the hell are you gonna do?
Because mostly there are a lot of our sisters that, to be honest,
they've been brainwashed by the West. If they go to Eastern Europe, come on, let's just be real. Even people here in America, right? Here where we live. You okay with the city name? Even where we live, right? People do a lot of polygamy, but they do it on the backside. They don't tell their wives they're polygamous. All men are polygamous by nature. Allah Azza made you. He gives you the design of desire. You know what I mean? Are the women not gonna accept it? Majority of women not gonna accept it. But when you come forward, they're gonna accept it eventually.
So okay.
I'm not a woman. We're guys. We don't. We're different.
Do you have to, like, let's just say, like you just said, right? There are a lot of fathers or whatever that have other families to decide that they don't tell their wives. Do you think it's right?
No, absolutely not. It's haram.
It's haram.
It's haram.
So meaning when you end up marrying a second or third wife,
that's haram.
Eventually, you're supposed to like let the first or the second one know that you have a family.
You don't have to. You haven't tell her at all. Zero. Zip. It's nothing. If you want to tell her, tell her. If you don't want to, that's it. This is given God. This is given by Allah Azza Himself. What the hell are you? It's clear.
Some people argue that out of respect, you're supposed to like let her know.
A woman is not gonna accept anyway. What's the difference gonna be? Rarely any woman who's gonna accept. Rarely I'll get a woman. And those women who accept, they know the man. See. We love water, right? MashaAllah, this is good water, right? It's fresh, it's clean, right?
Yeah.
If I drink this and I only have a half of it, right? I need more because that's how much I want to drink. But if you only give me a certain amount, right? And then backside, I drink the other side and I come back here. What is he trying to say? He's saying that he needs more water. He needs more to drink. Yeah. And that's how it is. Mm-hmm. So, that's my lady calling me.
Do you think one woman one woman is enough for a man?
No, absolutely not. It depends on the man. Some men for one woman is definitely enough because that's how much energy he has. For others, it's not. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. It depends on the person again. It depends how much his ability is. Especially living in the West or different countries, right?
Yeah.
The prices of the homes, the prices of food, the prices of whatever is high. So it's really hard to be polygamist here and provide 2-3 houses, So it's a different lifestyle, a different place. Okay. You have to understand that you are the one who provides. You are the authority. There's one president who runs the country. It cannot be two. Otherwise it'd be civil war. It's insane. You know what I mean?
Unless you could be partners, right? You could be partners.
What partners and what?
Like your wife and the husband could be partners.
What is that?
Again, I'm just playing off of the rhetoric that is out there. Like you and your wife could move as a team, right? The team aspect you do understand.
I don't understand.
Like okay, so if you're moving like as a team,
okay,
that is to say, the wife is playing a part, you're playing your part. So you're moving as a team. You talk together. You come to a decision together and all of that. But in as much as you are the pilot, I'm just saying you could move as a team. But the team is almost like having a partner, right?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
So
it kind of looks goofy. I don't know how to respond.
You don't know how to. Okay.
I don't know how to respond. You have to be different way of talking.
Okay, because I was trying to go off of everything that you're saying is understandable, but I'm just saying, like, you and your wife, are you partners or is it a union? The marriage, is it like, partnership or is it a union?
What do you mean by union?
So union, you see two people coming together to be one?
I don't understand.
So
this kind of looks fun. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to... what are you talking about?
Okay, so, so how people, let's just say you're somewhere, the lady is somewhere, you decide to, come together, marry under faith. So now you become one.
Sure.
Yeah, so Christians could argue on that, Muslims could argue on that. You become one, right? Because now you're a family.
Right.
In Islam, the wife has rights over you and you have rights over her.
Definitely.
So you're covered, right, under one.
Yes.
So that's what I'm talking about, like, union. But partnership is like, you understand what partnership is, right? I have a part to play, you have a part to play, but yet again, everybody is important. You have a say, I have a say. It's not like only you and only you, like, whatever that you say is final. I also have a say. I could rebuttal, I could just say, I don't want to do this. and you have to respect it. So that is partnership, and that is whatever that is happening in the West, which to a certain extent I do understand. So do you subscribe to partnership, or you just go off of the
no partnership, no partnership?
Why?
Because it doesn't make sense. That means there's two authorities, not one now.
Not one, okay.
That doesn't make sense. A house with two authorities is a house of corruption. It's gonna break very quickly. You know what I'm saying?
Give context. Give context.
What's one you said the first one?
No, the first one was a union, but the second one was a partnership. So the union is like you become one, but in as much as if you're one, there'll always be somebody who leads the family.
That's the best. Partnership doesn't like that. It's not really a good idea, because both of them are gonna run with a different ideology, different mentality. It's gonna be really hard and difficult to work any even business. If you have, even when I train wrestlers, they offer me to go a different city. Offered me, to be honest with you, to have a club, right, for fighting, but he wants another fighter with me because I have 14 years of experience. He liked me, really did. I said, wow, thanks, right? Mm-hmm. And he had another guy. He's Arab. I don't want to say what country, whatever, right? He said, well, you guys work as partners. I said, absolutely not. He's kind of shocked. He has money, he really does. He said, why don't you want to be partners? I said, because his mentality and my mentality, especially we're fighters, we're different. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. I have different understanding of wrestling. He has different. But it's still wrestling. No, it is wrestling. That's true. I understand, right? But the skills are different. It has to be one person me personally, right? I do wrestling. I train in academies here. Alhamdulillah, very strong academies. I have senior coaches in me. I'm nobody compared to them, right?
Okay.
But I don't consider myself there as a coach. I consider my student, because he's the one in authority over all of us.
Yeah.
Even though I have skills, Allah Mubarak, him, very good skills. He's 73 years old. I'm 32. I'm a child. I was nothing compared to him, right? Okay. But we cannot be partners like that, because he's authority at the end. There has to be one person to run the place. Otherwise, it could be UFC everywhere. Especially in the household, there has to be one person who controls the household. You don't have to be a dictator. But when both of them, you do this, I do. It's like 50% here, like America. You do 50% of the household, I'll do 50% of the house. This is insane. A guy comes from work, he's mentally tired. A wife comes to work, she's mentally tired. And they don't know what to do. This is going to be a very, very bad. It's going to come out very, very bad. That's why here in the United States, unfortunately, people get divorced. It's very easy. They spend with each other, jumping and humping before marriage. And then they get married, and suddenly 2-3 years they divorce. I didn't know he was like this. I didn't know. But you spend freaking 2 to 3 years with him, doing whatever, adultery, fornication. Now you finally found out reality. You love each other after 3 years, and now you got married, and 3 years passed, you divorced. How is this any logic sense? Because they're used to my rules, your rules. You do this half, I do this half. The house collapse. Like driving a car. The one driver, or otherwise it's gonna be street.
so as a father, don't you think you're gonna be exhausted? Let's just say you are the one driving,
right?
So let's just say I do drive, but at some point you get super tired, right? So I understand you could like a little bit, want to sit back, relax and let somebody, or probably put it on cruise control, whatever, sure. Right? But if you are the father, and there's going to be a follow-up question on that, if you are the father and you're the only one driving the car, don't you get exhausted at some point?
Definitely, but I have to stop, relax, and then drive again. That's it.
Okay.
Because I am the one in control. Does my wife sometimes want to drive in behalf of me? Sure, but not so far. Just relax the legs like a coffee break or a tea break. Basically like 5 minutes. That's about it. Nothing more than that. Just to make her feel comfortable that she could do it. But overall, no. This is not dictatorship. Again, this is the authority of the household. Simple as that. Even if I go back to Kosovo, majority all men drive. Even if they're extremely tired, they're going to drive their wives back and forth and back. Yes, the women do drive. Not so far, but back and forth. Overall, it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't make sense. It's kind of strange, weird. For us, it's strange. Even in Serbia, if you go, or Montenegro, or Bosnia, or Macedonia, women don't drive so much. It's just not culturally, naturally. Not because we putting the women down. That's absolutely not, right? But it's just through our, like I said, Eastern Europeans and Western is totally different. Even though they might be Christian and these guys are Christian, still the traditional is different. Still, because liberalism is not there. It's not so much there. It's not at all, you know?
So are you going to say, because at some point, right, I've been driving all my life, ever since I became an adult, but it gets to a point I realized that you being driven, it's like, it's a level, there's a level of comfort to that, right? Do you think like today's women, right, they appreciate, the kind of like comfort and luxury that men do give them? Like, because let's just say I drive you, I can pick you up, I drive you, right? I don't think, again, my opinion, right, to a certain extent, some women are going to be comfortable them driving you all the time, but I think a man is okay doing that. But do you think women appreciate all of this, kind of perks that comes to like having a husband or having a man, like being in a relationship? Do you think they appreciate all of that? Because I think there are people that argue, like in Saudi, they don't allow women to drive a car. And I think that is something petty. If you're being driven, there's no problem over there, right?
Sure. I can understand. Even in Saudi Arabia, women do drive. They're back to driving.
They're back to driving?
Yeah, definitely, especially big cities. But the ones who are like really conservative, certain towns or villages, they don't do that. But in big cities, they do it. That's fine. It's normal. That's not a problem, women to drive. I'm not saying that don't drive at all. But like I said, it depends on the people's traditionals,
But let's just go off of like, the small minorities, in Saudi, whereby they do, like they don't allow them. But I just want to understand, are the women able to function, like go to places that they want to go, but they're going to be driven, right?
Yes.
So what's the fuss about?
What's that?
What's the fuss about? Because to me, my understanding is if they can't drive, then how are they going to be able to function in the society, the things that you're supposed to do, right?
Right.
But if they're driven to the places, like, okay, in an African setting, right, they have a saying called Oga wife. So Oga wife is like, she doesn't drive. She has a personal driver. So it's like, I think there's level to luxury when it comes to stuff like that.
Sure.
Yeah, so like imagine if you're called Oga's wife or the boss's wife, whereby you're driven everywhere. You would never see her driving the car by herself. She has a personal driver. And if the Saudis or the people, a small portion of the people in Saudi are equally doing that to their wives, I think it's luxury. Don't you think?
I don't know. I don't live there. I cannot be,
No, let's just say like,
sure, yes,
based on that mindset.
Yes, it is luxury. That's definitely.
Right?
Yes, definitely. In that way.
So let's just say your wife is super rich.
I
you
wish.
don't drive. You have that, they pull up that Rolls Royce or whatever.
Right.
And you're driven it every day. Don't you like that?
It's boring for me.
It's boring for you?
For me, it's boring.
Why?
I'm just too hyper. I can't stay still so much places. Even right now, you can see me moving. For me, I'm just different.
Okay.
Very different. Okay. Because my sport is martial arts, right? Just wrestling. I'm just too hyper.
Okay.
I could sleep like 5 hours, which I do majority of times. I sleep 5 hours. I could go wrestling for 5 hours. I don't mind it at all. I have no loss of energy at all.
Yeah.
Because this is since 14 years old child. I've been doing this. It's nothing like. Nothing is like abnormal for me, this is normal. But from other people, that's not normal, It just depends on the situation.
Okay, quickly, right? I just want to ask you this question because I know we got, some few minutes more to go. Do you think fathers are fathers are appreciated?
No, not here in America.
Okay, what about like where you from?
Yes.
They are?
Yes, because I said like for the beginning, one household, one rules. That's it. Simple as that.
So fathers are not seen like, as dictators.
No.
As most people do.
No. Not from Muslim side, not even from the Orthodox Christianity. It's not seeing that. It's unnormal to see that. That doesn't make sense. Because the father is the one who protected me. My dad protected me when I was a child. I didn't know anything. I couldn't even know how to drink a bottle of water. I'd be choked, right? Forget about going to the bathroom, Of course I respect my dad. Even at his old age, no problem. He has different understanding in life. That's not a problem. Still is my dad. If my dad needs me help, no problem. If my dad says, can I have $3,000? I say, no problem. Do you need even more than that $3,000? It's not an issue. It's not. You shouldn't even think about it. It's nothing to think. Here in the United States, or even, I'm not saying United States overall. I'm saying the West. Yes, even us Europeans, not Eastern. I'm talking about the Western ones. They do not appreciate their fathers. First of all, they don't even represent their own husbands. Forget about their fathers. It's Logic sense.
So
That's why immediately I said no. It's quick, just like that.
But why don't you think they appreciate fathers? Because when you look at Mother's Day, celebrated all across the globe, mothers. And do you know the crazy thing about all of this
It's
is?
because what's that called? Feminism has taken over.
Okay.
That's the only reason why. Feminism is number one. Number two, when women go to work, sometimes they get more money than their own husbands or even boyfriends, all the way there, right? And then after that, they feel too high of themselves. It's logic sense. Nobody likes to hear reality. Everybody will call you a red pill movement. This is not a red pill movement. This is a person talking by understanding society that he lives in. That's about it. You know what I mean? Fathers in the United States are looked down. You can actually look at a dog better than your own father. This is reality. You walk a dog and you go to your dad's house, fuck that. Why? Because he has no relationship with them, because they're not raised in that mentality, you know what I mean, of the household who's in charge of the household. That doesn't make sense. You have to love your mother and your father. This is how it is. You love your dog more than your dad. Oh, my dad is this and that. But because of your dad, you're here. Without him, he's not going to be there. Yes, without that, it's the will of God for you to have a child. But he was a tool that God used.
Will you say fathers are seen as villains?
Here?
Yeah.
Definitely. Of course.
Because when you said the rules and regulations, a lot of people don't like the ones that, instill, discipline.
Of course, because this is how the society is here. It's been brainwashed to the level they have no energy even to stand up for themselves. If I talk, let's be real, right? The more I talk, I hope I don't get that. don't. Let us move on. I don't.
Okay, but I want to say this, right? To be honest, my dad is normal, but I never, ever had the chance to understand the plight of fathers until I became a father myself.
Mark.
I became a man. You get it? It gets to a point that a lot of things, there, in the future, there are going to be instances where we're going to talk about, the untold stories of men. But I really never understood the father's plight or the father's suffering until I became a man. And I realized that there's a whole lot of things that we men carry, be it a father, be it a brother, be it even the son, whereby it gets to a point nobody knows. You have to just be a man to understand that there's a heavy burden that we carry every day moving forward. And, it's not even appreciated. Sometimes it comes even from the wife, right? I'm not saying your mother, we do whatever that we can to support our parents, but I'm just saying as a man or as a father, it gets to a point, it's just almost like, you're just slaving for them, which, don't get me wrong, you had a child, you made that baby take care of that child, right? But I'm just saying it goes unseen. It's almost like how we step out, right?
Yeah, definitely.
We go out, it's way underrated. Once you step out and you come back home, alhamdulillah, you get it.
Sure.
It's not easy. People step out and they don't end up coming back home, right? So fathers are not seen as if we are important, but you see, the backlash or the pushback, whatever that you do, is almost like it's never seen. It's almost like something petty, even coming from the child. Some people will argue that the mothers end up brainwashing the kids. Maybe it's a factor, but sometimes as a kids, even myself, that's what I said. I never knew my father's. If this is fatherhood to a certain extent, I could clearly say once upon a time I felt a little bit pain that was coming from my father's side, or maybe stress or struggle, because it's not easy.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. There's nothing to disagree. But when people are raised in certain communities in certain place, right, they can't see that. They don't know, because generation of generation has been lost as a father figure. Mm-hmm. And they don't know what father figure is unless they become fathers themselves. But sometimes that's too late, because you destroyed your own father. Now your children can destroy yours. You know what I'm saying? This is reality. And then a lot of people don't know that.
Because fathers don't talk, right?
They don't talk. My dad, personally, he doesn't say anything, rarely. This is how he is. Doesn't talk. Doesn't mean that he doesn't love me as a son. No, absolutely. He loves me. That's ridiculous. But he doesn't talk. He's not a person who talks like me. I talk openly, publicly, right? Mm-hmm. It's different. It's different, right? I have a son. He's 6 years old. I talk with my son. I play with him. I train in wrestling. A lot of stuff, right? But sometimes I don't want to talk. That's it. Just leave me fuck alone. Right? That's it. Clear that. Because I get frustrated. I get tired as a human being. Duh. Yeah. But overall, still, doesn't mean I don't love my son. No, absolutely not. I do. But it's a different mentality as a guy. Mm-hmm. We need to have that calmness too. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Inshallah.
So, I have like two questions,
sure.
2 more questions, and we're going to end the podcast. So, will you say when fathers don't really talk more or say much, that means, now people, they're trying to make a lot of people to be sensitive, which I understand, if something is bothering you, you could, express yourself in the right way. But when fathers don't talk, like most of the times we don't, right? We keep it in. They say, like, express your love. Let the kid know that, or let your child know that they love you, like you love them, right?
Sure.
My father has never said that, but based on his actions, I knew he loved me.
Mashallah.
If not, why will he put up with all of whatever things that I was doing though?
My father, I never really, I even think so. Allahu alam. We don't, like here in America when they say, "Oh, I love you, I love you." For us, that's weird. I never told my father I love you. Neither did my father ever told me I love you.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's like scratching you to the skin. As Albanians, I don't know, speaking from Kosovo, especially a different place, we never tell our father, "Oh, I love you, father, I love you." It's rarely ever. Yes, we do say it, but same times, like here in America, when they talk on the phone, every single, "Oh, I love you, baby. Oh, I love you, baby." No, duh, you love her. That for us, your action is more important than sometimes your words, because actions is much important. Yes, the word is fine, that's not a problem, but I'm talking about, again, the Albanians. I'm not talking about overall, right? Mm-hmm. You can do whatever you want. Saying to your wife or husband, "I love you," that's great, no problem. But to say it for us every time is annoying. Even my wife doesn't say it every time. It's weird. Not weird as she doesn't say it, but it's just to say it every time, it's for us a little bit too much, man? But here, it's a different tradition. It's a different people. For them, it's normal to say, "I love you" every single phone. "I love you, mommy," or "I love you, baba," or "I love you, daddy," or "I love you, wife," every single time. For us, it's just weird. The hell are you saying it? For me, when somebody says it every time like this, that means one or two. Maybe it's just normal, or maybe it's just hiding something around the corner. Could be possible. We can't just say, "Oh man, I listened to this guy. He told he's got his wife. Well, why do you always say you love me? What's behind this?" No, nothing's wrong. Like, again, this is your tradition. That's fine. If you meet any different Albanian like this, we're not gonna say that. Not every time. Yeah. It's just annoying. For me, that's annoying. If my wife tells me every second, "Hey, I love you, I love you, I love you," it's one of the things. What do you want and what are you looking for? Oh, yeah. What's happening? It's weird. But here in America, if you get married, American lady, if she says she loves you every single time, that's fine. Remember who you were marrying. You come into a different culture, different people. It's a different traditional ways, right?
Yeah.
But one rules. One takes over. Cannot be two. Yeah. If two takes over, I know it's not going to work so well. God forbid people get divorced. Like here in the United States, divorce rate is out the roof. And then the father here, that's why they don't want to marry. They take 50% of your entire earnings. The woman lives like luxury. You live like a dog in the streets, suffering for, you can even see your child. So what are you gonna say?
From even quickly, from a Muslim perspective, when a fellow sister takes you to court and takes half of it,
it's haram.
It's haram, like based on the deen, right?
As far as even it can lead to disbelief.
Okay.
Because you're going against the it goes on policy of the Islamic law.
Okay.
Islamic law, Sharia means, that's how you get married.
Okay.
You're going through against it. Even I heard the Mushaykh said if she goes to the level that she demands it with everything, she could be a kafir. Even she's a niqabi, hijabi, full out, she could leave the fold of Islam.
Wow.
Allahu Akbar. That's even scarier. As far as I know. Allahu Alam. 50-50 doesn't work. What's mine, it's mine. What's yours? Before getting married, the marham in Islam, right? Yeah. What you give, that's about it. Yeah, nothing more than that. Doesn't go 50. If I give you this brother this water, it's gonna be your water forever. I'm not gonna say give me half of it. Why are you taking this half now? Who told you? You give it to me. You don't give it half. What the hell is this? But here, like I said, it's a different mentality of people. Even the guy, Even I'm talking about non-Muslims, right? They have like very good properties. Let's say they have 10 houses. Now he has to give 5 to his wife, to his ex. Why? Oh, 50-50. There's no 50-50, bro. You worked for that. You died almost for that. Who the hell is she? She come from a different place. Oh no, this is the system. Well, your system sucks. That's why a lot of people in America don't marry. That's why they fornicate. They chase women left and right. They have baby mamas here and there, and they never think of married. You know what I mean? Because they're scared. If they get married, they're like, I can never take another. I can never go to these girls. What if you become Muslim? You can get 4 girls. Not girls, women. A woman, the one who provide, a woman who nurtures, cooks, cleans. Yes, sucks. That's true. And obedience. That's beautiful. And loves Allah and the Prophet Muhammad, and loves the husband. And a husband is a man who protects his family, and not a dictator, not oppressor, not violent, not I mean, everybody's different, coming from a different mentality of people. You can't just jump. Oh, this Albanian guy is so nice, and I want to be a second wife, but this Albanian guy doesn't have the means to provide. I'm scared of God, not because of you. It could be a cute girl, goddamn, beautiful, right? My desires are out of the roof. But I can't provide for you because I don't have right now means. When Allah gives me the means, or maybe you have the money. But example, somebody, a woman, right? She's rich, right? You want to marry a second wife, even third. She's rich. Is that okay to marry her? Yes. Is it okay to take her money? Yours? No, it's haram. You have to give her. Allahu Akbar. She has everything for hers, and you have nothing. Allahu Akbar. Not even a cent you can take from her. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Example, if my wife works, she does not work right now, but if she works, she goes to work. She doesn't have to pay nothing, zero. I pay everything. Even the dress she wants to buy $500, I buy her $500. Even if she has money, I am still responsible for it. Allah.
So imagine you do all of this.
I still do all
I'm not
this.
saying I'm taking it away from you a little bit. Imagine a man who does all of this, then in a situation whereby there's a divorce, then she takes half of it. So meaning,
This is insane.
you see, meaning he has been working throughout his life and everything, and he gained nothing. But let me ask you this one quick last question, then we end it. Based on the topic that we started with, which is culture, do you think people are supposed to respect everybody's culture regardless? Nobody should force their culture onto somebody thinking their culture is better, or maybe they are more knowledgeable, or maybe they are more exposed, so meaning your culture is shitty. Do you agree with that?
I don't know how to say.
Okay, what do you think? Do you think, right? Let's just say I'm African. You're Albanian.
You are African.
Right. Religion might bring us close. I get it.
Yes.
But when you put religion to the side, right?
Okay.
Let's just
Traditional.
say, yeah, traditions and all of that. Let's just say, do you think it's right for me to force my African culture on you?
No, it's not.
I have to respect your culture, right?
A certain limit, yes.
To a certain
To a
extent.
certain extent.
Okay.
It depends. For you, it might look weird. For us, it doesn't. For you, for me, it looks weird. Example, hypothetically saying a certain Africans, like West Africans, right? For me, it's not normal, or even Eastern Africans, all the respect, no, nothing, please don't misunderstand me. Especially once when they talk with each other, and I'm talking to you, and somebody just cuts me off. This is absolutely not acceptable. But for them, it's totally normal. So what do you want me to tell you? I said, this is insane. This is stupidity. It's absolute nonsense. For you it is, but for them it's not.
It's not, yeah.
It's normal. For them, from them to say, hey, but yell like loud as possible when they're talking. For me, that's absolutely insane. What the hell are you wrong? What's wrong with you, right? If you do that in Kosovo, Albania, like yell loud as possible with each other, they think you belong to a mental hospital. It's insane, you know? If you want to put it that way, right? But that's yours. I can't come there and say, hey, you follow Albanian tradition rules. What the hell are you? Get your ass back to Europe, right? Deport you back. That's not my responsibility to come to Africa and to change you how you are. You know what I mean? Yeah. You keep your traditions. As long as you, according to Islam and the Islamic rules and regulations, as long as that doesn't go against it, that's fine. If it goes against it, regardless something matters, you have to change the traditional way, because it's not appropriate according to Islam. Because Islam is submission to Allah Azza wa Jal. Yeah. And if anyone submits his will, it's called a Muslim. MashaAllah. White, black, no problem.
Yeah, no problem.
It takes everything. Yep. Right? You go paradise, inshallah.
Yeah.
It's a ni'mah, you know. It's a blessing from God. But Allah Azza wa Jal created us in different tribes and different languages. So what? So we can get to know each other. As simple as that. You know what I mean? You're African, I'm Albanian. Okay, you're black, I'm white. Okay, what's the difference?
You're humans.
You're human.
Yeah.
You know, what's the difference? We're humans, right?
Yeah.
But what's more than that? We have the same belief, Islam.
Islam,
We pray the same message. We eat the same. We eat together. We have no problems. Maybe certain sports or certain, you know, traditions, yeah, we don't agree, disagree. That's fine. But Aqidah belief system, Islam is one at the end.
One, yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's it. Alhamdulillah.
Illir, thank you so much. The reason why I brought up this, you know, culture, because, you know, subsequent sections that we're going to have is going to go surpass, you know, culture. But just for today, the reason is that a lot of people, especially from the African setting, where they embrace other people's culture and make it their own and shit on their culture, thinking theirs is like, you know, I get it. There's certain things that are outdated, you know, like back in the day, the Vikings or whatever, they used to believe in sacrificing humans, right? You know, Valhalla and other stuff. But yeah, to me, I think there should be a cap to everything, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But yet again, I think everybody's supposed to, like, I respect your culture, Chinese, Japanese, Russian, American, like, I respect it, right? But just don't force yours onto mine. Like, you know, don't make me feel as if my culture is shitty.
Sure, no, I
because your
completely
culture is
understand.
dominant. You understand, right?
Completely understand. When you said Vikings, back to history again, you see all these guys with white color, blonde beards, and this, and they're so muscular. That's a lie. That's a nonsense lie. They're all freaking fishermen. In the Vikings, Scandinavians, during that time, before the Roman Empire collapsed, and after collapsing, these guys, the only reason they came to Germany and what else called England, all due respect, chill out, don't be angry, right? Is for food, lack of resource eating. That's why the Vikings, all they did is boats, canoes, not canoes, Viking ships.
Yeah, they used to say they were raiders. So
that's all they did. That's all they knew. They didn't know nothing than that, because they only had in Norway, Finland, and Sweden a really lack of food resource. They didn't know how to do anything. All they knew how to fight. That's it. And they didn't look what the HBO or TV showed. Beautiful bodies, muscular, look like freaking He-Man, beautiful golden beards. They're skinny. They're dying. They're dying of hunger, because that's why they were there. The reason they came to England that time was treasures and food, lack of resource. They did not have. They had only certain limits. They didn't know how to do anything besides raids and take over. That's why that's how they lasted. That's how, only by raiding and stealing.
Okay.
That's it. You know what I mean? They didn't know anything else more than that. You know? That's why they came there. That's the reasons. When you said Vikings, automatically just popped in. You know, golden beards, white color skin. So what? What the hell? You're dying of starvation. You know? What's so good about your white color skin? You're dying. This is the funny part. I'm not like a crazy person. Like I said, traditional wise, women to stay home and men to go work. This is normal fact. It's been thousands of years like this. But to the reason of the mentality, after during World War I, a lot of men went to Europe, basically, right? Fight the Nazi Germany, right? Yeah. And they were lacking of manpower to fix tanks, to fix resources. So they let the women for only a certain time to work. Yeah. And when they were working, they felt now money. A lot of men died. There's no one there to support your family. So they let the woman work. And after that, slowly, feminism took over a little bit. You know what I mean? And when it took over, things changed heavily. That's why now, average girl who goes to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts to take a coffee, the guy is literally nobody in their eyes. There's nobody. It just looks at you, hi, give me a blah, 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 blah. If that girl ever says, hi, what's your name? My name is, example, Mike. Oh, how you doing, Mike? How's your day? You have like a nice hair? Your goatee looks pretty good? Allah, I swear to God, he's going to remember that girl for a long, long time. Just because you said you look very nice looking. Long time. This is for a fact. But a majority of the time they come here, can I have this, blah, 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 they leave. The average man is nobody here. Nobody. There's zip. That's why a lot of Americans go to Eastern Europe finding a traditional woman, or Africa. Literally, there's no joke. They go to even Thailand just to find a woman that could find comfort. American women are beautiful too. Oh, wow. Why do they go work out? For the bodies? Of course. Duh. What do you expect, right? But you have to learn how to be a housewife as well. You're going to get married. Sweetheart, you become 30 years old. Nobody likes you. They just want some of that. That's it. You're useless after that. I got married 24. My wife was 21. This is wonderful age. The more women takes a long time to get married, It's not gold down there. Trust me. It's not, you want gold, go to Africa. You know what I mean? It's not gold. You want oil, go Arabs, right? It's not gold. Well, you live in a fairyland. This is nonsense. This is brainwashed from the Western empires to ruin the man's mentality, to make him feminist, not more masculine. The man masculine is scared. All he does is go work out. 90% of the Western world, men, they don't know how to stand up for themselves. I'm really, unfortunately, sad. I'm not trying to come against you. Please don't say Albanians are all crazy and Russians and this. This is insane, right? It's not true at all. It's just our culture. Our main man is to defend the family, to defend mother, defend father, to defend 1, 2, or 3 wives, to defend them. Even though we will die for it, not a problem. Not a problem. This is called a man. That's beautiful, right? A woman that want to cooks, cleans. Yes, sucks too. Yes, sexual relationship. This is important for marriage. Sexual relation is the most important. After that, where that's gonna take the energy for? Huh? That's why people cheat. God forbid. And then you have to be a good wife, respectful, religious, fear God, the best of your ability, and then take care of your children. It's a beautiful thing to have a home, to have children around. You are alive. You come to Eastern Europe, we have all children. You come to Western America, they walk with a freaking pooch dog in the streets. Bro, that's your wife? No, I'm with her for 3 years. You never thought of a ring? It's kind of too early. What the fuck you talking? When I knew my wife, it took 1 week. 1 week when I got married. 1 week, that's it. I knew father, I knew brother, I knew that. 1 week, bismillah, alhamdulillah. I said, are you ready to get married? If you're not, it's over. So don't necessarily talk. Because she said, I like you, I love you, I want to marry you. I talked to her father, who agreed. Khalas. Lillahi Fatiha. That's it.
And how long have you been married now?
8 years.
Alhamdulillah.
Simple as that. Don't go chasing girls 3 hours. I'm sorry. 3 years, 4 years talking. What are you going to talk? Same vagina, same private part, same penis. Same thing. She's cute, you're cute. You have means, she has means. Tell her, listen, sweet, I love you for the sake of God. I want to marry you. But remember this, I am the household. I'm in charge. Doesn't mean I dictate or rip your ears apart. No, absolutely not. This is insane. This is craziness, right? But I am the one. One person drives the car. Cannot be two. Yes, we will work together. No problem. But partnership, as you said, like you take 50, I take 50. That thing, that it's not gonna work so well. Marriage is not gonna work so well because he's gonna be authority, then you can be authority. How's the United States gonna last as a country like that? 2 presidents, 2 dictators. They're gonna fight nuclear each other. We're all gonna be wiped out. You know what I mean? A healthy marriage is a good marriage, mentally, spiritually, financially, physically. This is what all men want and desires. Yes, don't go freaking heavy belly guy, can't breathe, you look beautiful, I look beautiful, muscular, no problem. Do some martial arts, no problem. At least learn how to freaking fight in the streets. The guy come punch you in the face, don't please, and your wife cries and runs. This is sad. For me, it hurts a lot. It really does. Even the guy's not Muslim or not Albanian, if the guy does this to his wife, I stop the car, fuck you. Sorry to say it like that. I'll chase your ass. I'll protect you and your wife. And you're disgusting, man. You little pervert. You can't even defend you crying in front of your child. This is weird. Shut your ass up. We're not toxic men. This is not red pill movement. We're not no dictatorship. I'm not no lunatic. This is Albanian. This is how we are. We are protective people. We defend people. Even if you're not Muslim, even if you're Christian or Jew, if you're getting somebody ripping your ears apart, that's because who you are. I have the right to help you the best of my ability. What if the guy has a gun? I'll do the best I can to overcome it. You know what I mean? Not because I'm insane, like I'm Superman. Shoot me. That is insane. No, absolutely not. But it's decent respect. You know what I mean? We have to, one guy told me before, sorry to stop this. He said, put. What's put? P-U-T. What does that mean? When the problems come, I forgot. I'm so sorry. P-U-T. But when people have problems, right? Yeah. Understanding and tolerance. Patience, understanding, and tolerance. That's how things work.
Put patient understanding.
P-U-T. Patience with people. You're patient. Calm down, right? Even wrestling. You know how many times people have to calm down? Some people are really, really ill in the head. They really have to calm down. They can't because they're over energetic. They want to do some move like crazy. What the hell is this? You don't know karate here, wrestling. And then you have to understand their mentality. Where you come from, bro? What are you doing? Why you so aggressive? Chill, you know what I mean? You understand them, and not just because you have first patience with them. And what's after that? You tolerate. You tolerate their nonsense. Even in marriage, even my wife too. Patience, chill. Understand her, what's wrong with you. And after that, tolerate. You know what I mean? Human beings. That's how life works forward. If you want to know a certain people, you have to open your mouth. A lot of people, when they come from, let's just be real, from Africa or even Eastern Europe, United States, they come with the same mentality as they left before. They come the same here, thinking it's the same thing. So no, it's not the same thing here. You can open your mouth. It's not a problem. You're not coming from Korea, North Korea, dictatorship. You're scared even to open the phone and say, oh my God, somebody's listening to me. That's not true. It's not true at all. You know what I mean? And then whatever I say, I just say it in a respectful way, the best of my ability. I'm not extreme. I'm not violent. You know what I mean? No Albanians and not no all mafia. That's not true. Don't watch Taken. That's not Albanian. That's extremism. We condemn those guys. Those guys are rude and disgusting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you know what? Just to add up to what you just said, I think people are supposed to experience people for themselves. Because we can't be living in this life, especially in the West, where it's very diverse, having a stereotypical mindset about certain culture or certain people, and you've not even lived there to get to know them or to understand who they are as a people or as a group of people. Right. You get it?
Right.
So I agree with you. You can't. I'm not moving around because there are a lot of things. See, to me, I would say everybody is racist to a certain extent, right? But no, if I say everybody, I'm not putting like every race. That's what I'm trying to say. Every race, you find someone somewhere who doesn't like whatever. There are certain ethnicities that they feel like they're dominant compared to like the other tribes or whatever. But yet again, experience people for yourself.
Right.
Just like don't move by rumors, right? Yeah. Like when somebody says something about your wife before you married her, you want to experience her for yourself and to get to know her, to understand her for who she is as an individual before jumping into because they say she's like this. So I agree with you. I wouldn't say like people who say Albanians are this because I've not even heard it yet. But I'm just saying even with the ones that I've met, including yourself, including yourself, you're a wonderful person. Wallahi, alhamdulillah, brother. You're a wonderful person. And I really appreciate you coming. But is that your final words or you have something else to say?
I think I'm Albanian. When we do this, it doesn't mean we're mafia. It's just to say, if you ever seen an Albanian just do this, they'll do it back. If an Albanian, even he goes to the club, right? Whatever he goes. If he notices Albanians getting in a fight, and he does this, naturally Albanian go defend him. That's naturally.
Okay, it's a signal, okay?
I don't even know him. I didn't know anything about him. He could be a drug dealer. He could be a crackhead. I'm not crack. I don't do drugs. But since he just did this, naturally, I'm Albanian. I go defend him. Even if he does the same thing to me. I am Muslim. If a Christian Albanian does this to me, or Albanian Muslim does this to him, we both do the same thing. You know what I mean? If a Muslim like me is being smashed by some other guy, and the guy's wearing crosses and signs, and I'm like, it's like, blah, blah. They circle these guys around. I thought these are Christians. Yeah, but we're Albanians.
Yeah, Albanians.
Still Albanians, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, without that, our religions are different, 100%. That's a fact. Proven. There's nothing doubt about that. But our traditional Albanians, we speak the same language. We say non është non, buk është buk. Mother's mother, food is food. We don't change it in different languages. You know what I mean? Because our populations from Albania, like literally Albania, is 3,500,000, and from Kosovo is 1.9 million. This is considering the Serbians as well. The Serbians are the northern, they're different. They're not Muslim. They're not Albanians. There's nothing to do with with our side. Still human beings. Still we have to get along with each other. I'm not encouraging any violence though, because we live in the same country. You don't have to be violent. We can get along. You know what I mean? I'm a human being. If I bleed, you bleed too. If I drink this water, you can drink it as well. You know what I mean? If I want to have, which I have a wife, you want to have one too. Why don't you not have what I have as well? I have one thing you don't have. I have Islam. I know. And I call you to Islam too.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It was insightful. And we're going to do this again. Deep into history and other stuff. But I appreciate you, Grayson, coming up on Afrikanzchat.
One more thing. If I said anything negative to anybody who got hurt feeling or something, please don't misunderstand me. This is coming through my understanding and Albanian traditional way, not the American society way. You know what I'm saying? Because some people say, oh, this guy's a majority. What's that called, majority? When you come in like some kind of red pill movement or something. We're not red pill. This has nothing to do with that. When we say a woman is a woman, man is a man, this is how it is. This is how we believe in. This is how we are. This is about it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
This is our lifestyle. You know what I mean? And even Islam, Allah says as well, just says, "La ikraha fi din." There shall be no force in the religion.
Yeah, no force.
You
Yeah,
don't
no
force it nobody. So I'm not forcing our opinion of you to you, but this is reality, what we speak and what we know and what it is.
Yeah.
And you're bringing something else that goes against it. We have to speak against it. You know what I mean? This is the only thing. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, if you cannot change it, at least speak against it. You know what I mean? But doesn't mean that you have to be in that situation that you, example, I don't like this. I say it, but doesn't mean I stay there. Oh, that's a pretty funny idea. I still stay there. That's wrong. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Say it like this and you leave it. And then people, if Allah is will them to guide, you will guide. If it doesn't want to, you're not going to be able to guide. No one can guide you besides God.
Yeah.
You know? And we say, Allahu Akbar. You have a safe day. Go to my YouTube channel.
All right. Yeah, well, I'm gonna link his page on in the description. And guys, thanks for watching, and we're gonna do this some other time. And stay tuned. And again, if you're new to the channel, can you kindly, we need your subscription, because without it, we can't push, the videos to go far. So you could click the subscription icon, and also the bell icon, and be a member, be a team member, and to push African Chat forward. Thank you so much, Illir. Thank you.